Good morning, guys and girls. Rob here, and just here this morning, just for a few minutes. Um, just gonna kind of update you, let you know the situation of who's probably going to be our next president. It's pretty simple. It's pretty darn simple. Um, which that's no surprise at all. He's going to carry that state. The states that are going to make a difference in this election are the ones that possibly Trump could lose. He's not going to gain very many states at all, if any. But he won last time by 74 electoral votes. Cut that in half, 37. That is all Joe Biden needs, 38 electoral votes, and he will be the next president of the United States. 38 electoral votes. No, California will not turn red. You do not have to worry about that. Number one, I don't know what the situation is in Rhode Island today. Rhode Island is getting rain or snow or something to that effect. Trump carried 39% of that vote of Rhode Island. Yeah, it's not a huge state, but it's 4 electoral votes. That is, it's only 2 less than Iowa. Think about this. Iowa is 10 times the size of Rhode Island. It only has 2 more electoral votes. So Rhode Island could play a part in this little deal if indeed it is bad weather. If it's only rain, then we won't play much into it. If it's a lot of snow and stuff into it, Ohio has 18 electoral votes. That's a flip right there. The two that has to concern the 2 states that has to concern the Republican Party right now, no doubt about it, has to be Pennsylvania and Ohio. Virginia has 12, I think, and it's going to go blue. Virginia will go blue, no doubt about that. Virginia electoral votes, I think it's 13 electoral votes. They're going blue. Virginia's going blue all the way, no doubt about that. But Ohio has 18 and Pennsylvania has 20. That's why he's been in that little swath. No, due to the fact Northern Virginia, right there around D.C., has a huge population of Democrats. Huge. And it's so many more people living there than it is anywhere else in the state. Plus, you got to count Richmond. So that's why it's right there in D.C. The biggest fear for Clinton, the biggest fear for Trump has got to be Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's 20 right there. Okay, we may know by 9 o'clock tonight. Most of Western Virginia is Republican. Yes, we may know by 10 o'clock tonight if we're going to have a new president. I'll tell you why. Let's just say for instance, Pennsylvania goes blue. Okay, that's 40 right there in a turn, and all they need is 74 total. That's 20 and of 37. Then that means they wouldn't need but 18 more votes to go their way. That could be Ohio. That could be Florida. That could be a mix. That could be Iowa along with Michigan. Pennsylvania is going to make such a big difference in this election. It's nuts. It's crazy. And that's why Trump has been in Pennsylvania, 5 of the last 8 days? I think that's where he's been there. We're going to see what happens there. The fracking situation has got to have hurt Biden. There's no doubt about that. And if that is the case, then let's just say, we'll say, for instance, Trump wins Pennsylvania and Trump wins Ohio. Then how does Biden get into the White House? Well, obviously, the number one thing he needs is Florida, and that's the one state Trump is not. Um, that's the one state that I think Trump could have a problem with is Florida. He hasn't been there a lot in the last week and a half. He's been concentrating on Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, and Wisconsin. He's been in that area the whole time. And I'll tell you what, there's a couple of places that he didn't go that could bite him in the butt. Let's say Florida flips. That's 29 electoral votes right there. All they would need is eight more. All they would need is eight more. They could lose Arizona. Arizona, primarily, most of the time, a red state, is looking a lot more blue this year, especially with the McCain lady's support. It's looking a lot more blue. So there's a lot of ways that Biden could win this election, no doubt about it. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle for Trump, more this time than last time. Um, um, any gambler in his right mind would definitely put their money on Biden this time, I think. Um, Rhode Island, like I say, I don't know the weather there today, but those four little votes, if you turn those for Trump, do you think this will be closer than 2016? Yes. Well, popular vote, or are you talking popular vote, or are you talking electoral vote? Are you talking popular vote or electoral vote? Popular vote, I don't think it's going to be as close. No. Electoral vote, I think it's going to be closer. I do. I think it's going to be even closer than it was. Three. You do realize he won last time 306 to 232. It's going to be closer than that this time. It's going to be closer than that. But I also think that the popular vote, I think Biden's going to win the popular vote. I think he does. I think this time Biden will get the popular vote. That's my opinion. Um, uh, we'll see. What's the difference between popular and electoral votes? What's going on, Tam? I will tell you what that means. We you know how the countries are over there. UK, um, uh, France, Spain, Italy. Well, the United States has states. We have different states, 50 of them. And we vote within our state for the president, okay? Then all of our votes are allocated toward one candidate. Let's say, for instance, let's just say, I'll give you an example. Here in Virginia, was 13 electoral votes, and let's say one of the people gets 50,000, and the other one gets 60,000 votes. Okay, the one that gets 60,000 votes gets all 13 votes from our state. That's the way it works. I'm not crazy about the electoral college. I almost wish we went with uh, eggs. Well, the ones with more people. The states that have more people in it have more electoral votes. Yes. So they have more say as to what happens. Yes. Florida has 29. Um, Arizona, a huge state, only has 11 electoral votes. It has a lot of, you know, a lot of open ground stuff. Pennsylvania has 20 electoral votes. The state with the most electoral votes is California. Yes. I think it's like 54, something. I think. I think it is. I think it's Texas is big, but not that big. State with the most electoral votes. 55. They have 55. Okay. Yep. New York's 29. Same as Florida. New York, same as Florida. And then Texas is 38. Texas is 38. Hawaii has 4. Alaska has 3. Think about that. Alaska, our largest state, has 3, and our our islands has 4. Florida's a pretty big state. Florida's a rather big state, but it has so many people down there that are the cities are. It's not that it's a lot more people than there. Alaska has got some Russian in them. Some do. Some, yes. Yes. But yeah, the big deals today, no doubt about it, is the Pennsylvania and Ohio and Florida. Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Florida. Obviously, don't get me wrong. If you're looking for a Trump victory, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida is a good first step. But that will not guarantee his presidency for 4 more years by no stretch. What else would help? Obviously, he needs Michigan. There's no doubt about that. And then North Carolina. He could lose West Virginia. He could lose Wisconsin. He could even lose Iowa. That would be 21, and that would not hurt him. And he could even, in the process, lose Arizona, 32 votes. That would put him close. But if Trump carries these 5 states and doesn't lose anything that he had last time, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina, and Michigan. He can lose Arizona, lose Iowa, lose Wisconsin, and lose West Virginia and be okay. But I don't think it's going to be that easy because Pennsylvania and Ohio, they're still on rocky ground. I'm not sure I'm not sure he's going to carry both of those 2 states, and he needs to if he's going to stay in office. So the small states have barely any say. Then, correct, Tam. A lot of small states don't have a lot of say. That's right. Yep. You got it. The states that have the most people in it has the most say. That's the easiest way for me to put it. The states that have the most people represent them has the most say. Mm-hmm. That's the way it works. Isn't Washington State big? It is pretty nice size. Yes. Yes. Primarily a blue state. Oregon, primarily a blue state. California, always a blue state. I can't tell you the last time California went for a Republican. I don't even know if it ever has. I may have for Reagan. I don't know. When is the last time California went Republican for a presidential election? Um, Illinois, Illinois is a blue state. Yes, they got Chicago. Chicago's huge. Wow, listen to this one. Since 1952, California has went red more than it has went blue. How about that? I didn't realize that. Uh, So Nixon would carry the state, and so would and so would Reagan. What's the percentage of Republicans to Democrats in California, you think? 75-25, something like that. Democrats, something like that, 3-1. I would say it's close to that. It's very, very close to that. It could be 80%. I was going to say 75%, something like that. Though it's very much a blue state. But yeah, Trump won handily in the last time with the electoral votes. I think electoral votes are going to be tighter this time, a lot closer. I'm not sure either person will get near 300, and obviously it takes 270 to win. It's going to be really close. It's going to be really close. And obviously, he only won by 36. He only won by 36 if you really go back and look at it, or 38. Was it take? I think it takes 268, 270 to win. I think. No, New York City is. New York City is. New York City has more people. LA is what? 8 million people. New York City does not have very many conservatives. No. New York City voters. How many New York City voters are there? Early voting turnout in New York City surpasses 1 million. See, my thinking is this, though. What happens tonight? Let's say if Biden wins. If Biden wins, these folks that have been tearing up everything, right? And they've been doing us all because of Trump is a bad leader. Will that stop? Are they going to stop? Just all of a sudden, just put the brakes on and say, guess what? We're not going to mess up anything else. I'm interested in seeing how that works, because that's a narrative we really nobody's ever nobody talks about. Will the gang fighting and burning up of cities, will it stop if Biden wins today? I think it's interesting. I think it's very, very interesting. But if he doesn't win, then are they going to assign people? I don't know. I'm just wondering what the hell's going to happen if there's always some bullshit riots. Oh yeah. Yeah. Now, I've got people within my community that are telling me exactly. 2016, not too bad, not too terrible bad. That are telling me exactly how this election is going to come out. Okay, I've had people look me in the eye and say Trump is going to win in a landslide victory. I don't see it. I don't know where anybody sees this landslide coming from. I'm looking at numbers right straight in front of my face, and I do not see landslide. That's one thing I do not see. I do know there are more black voters for Trump in 2020 than there were in 2016. I do know that for certain. But is it going to make that much difference? I don't know. Um, their vote definitely makes a difference. Don't get me wrong, but are there going to be enough that flip from one side of the aisle to the other side of the aisle to make a huge difference? I don't know. There are some states that are, you know, I've heard that could turn red. And if they did, it would make my face red because I'd be like, "Wow, really?" I'm Maryland. Maryland hasn't went red in what 55 years. Um, I don't think it happens now either. New York, me and Huss were just talking about New York. I don't see any situation where New York goes red. If it did, it would turn this election. It would flip it over. It would be nuts because we'd be like, what? It really would. It would flip things over so much. But the thing of it is, Trump has nothing to gain this time. Trump won a lot of these states last time. He's just trying to re-win them again. And what happens is, if he loses something, all he can do is lose votes. Because oh yes, definitely. New York was blue in 2016. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The only red state in the Northeast may have been Maine. Let me see. Red and blue states 2016 election. Let's see. You see, Maine has a split. Blue is conservative and red is liberal. It's just the opposite here. It's just the opposite here. The blue is liberal here, and red is conservative. But yeah, in Maine, they split their 4 electoral votes. Trump won 1, and Hillary Clinton won 3. Other than that, nowhere in the Northeast except Pennsylvania did Trump win. But I mean, look at how much of the United States was red. I mean, that's a lot, and that was all Trump. But so much of this is just few and far votes. That's the good votes, and that's the good votes right on the coastline. But yeah, the Arizona votes 11. I wish the Conservative Party in the UK was like the Republican Party in America. Conservatives far too elitist over here. Oh, really? Well, and who knows, Tam? Who knows how this election's going to go? I think you ask 10 people, and you'll get 10 different answers. To me, I think it's going to be closer. I think the electoral vote is going to be closer this time, but I think the popular vote, I think Biden will win that. I think Biden's going to win the popular vote. That's my just roughly what I think is going to happen. If I was going to say, I would probably say 53-47. He wins the popular vote, and then the presidency. It's like I say, you got about 5 states that's going to make a difference. Ask 10 people in Southern Virginia and Alabama, 9 of them would vote. No, I'm not saying who they would vote for, Huss. I'm saying who they think is going to win the presidency. And like I say, I spoke to people in my family yesterday, and a lot of us think the same way and vote the same way. One looked me in the eye and said, look, I think it's going to be a runaway, a landslide victory for Trump. I don't think so. This is me now. I simply don't see it. I don't see the numbers pointing toward a landslide. That won't happen. Alabama could turn blue before California turns red. It would. Alabama hasn't got much of a say in the electoral votes. They got 9. They got 9. And the thing of it is, trust me when I say this. All Biden is looking for is 40. That's all he's looking for is the difference. I mean, Illinois is, and like I say, last time Iowa went red, if he's not going to win Illinois. I'm talking about Trump. That's 20 electoral votes there. That's big. He almost won Minnesota last time. That might be a state that he could carry. Minnesota, that would be 10 electoral votes. That would really flip things back toward the red party if he carried Minnesota. But that's one of the few states I see out there that he could turn from blue to red. I don't see nothing else out there. I really don't. I just don't think it happens. Virginia, a lot of people have said, well, he could win Virginia. I don't think he does that either. Virginia is just primarily Democratic all through the Northeast and all over the East Coast. And it's just, it's 70% of the people in the state live in those two areas. It's not going to go red. Smells like corn chips. Nevada. You think Nevada could go red, huh? That's 6 electoral votes for Nevada. It could. I know a lot of people got upset when, when they didn't, when the president started letting people get on flights and stuff again. And a lot of the Democrats were like, we don't need to open up this country yet. It's too early. And Vegas, it's a moneymaker. So, I know the mayor and the folks around Las Vegas, California. I know the mayor in Vegas supports Trump, but I don't know if it's enough support there. I don't have last election's results right here. I don't know how much he lost by, but he lost that state. Can anybody tell me what the weather is like right now in Rhode Island? Rhode Island was getting some weather, getting some fallen weather. Some of the major conservatives I see on social media live in California, which is pretty funny. Yeah, it is. It is pretty weird too. It is. Rhode Island. It's weird that I'd be talking about these little 4 votes, but hey, 4 votes could keep the election very, very interesting. Some people are saying we're not going to get results until Friday with all the write-in election votes. I don't think so. I think by 10:30 tonight, we know who our president is for the next 4 years. California is a nice place to live, but it's just full of Democrats. Huge turnout in my swing state polling precinct, PA, that is, typically 55 to 65% GOP. What area of PA are you in? Are you in Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, Southwest? Chances are you're not in Southeast Pennsylvania. Lehigh Valley, okay. I lived outside of Philadelphia in Chester County and Delco County, Delaware County. I lived in both of those states, and they're primarily Democrat because it's right there. Well, Chester County maybe not as much. Northern Virginia liberal, yes, very much so, very much so, yes, very, very much so. Northern Virginia is liberal Democrat, not just Democrat, but liberal Democrat. Yes, it is. So, all the government cheese in Northern Virginia. So it smells like corn chips. You're getting a feeling in your state. Is it going to go red, or is it going to turn blue this year? Pennsylvania, just Pennsylvania is all. Is Pennsylvania going to stay Republican, or is it enough swing in that state to turn it over to the blue side? What do you think is going to happen this time? And this is a major state right here that's going to because we got to realize there's still Pittsburgh, which Pittsburgh is a lot of Republican, but you got Philadelphia that is almost 90% Democrat, which is wild. I mean, that's. But what is your thoughts? Do you think when you left the polling place, were you or are you still of the thinking that, you know what, this vote is maybe one of the biggest votes out there, just because I think he's going to get these 20 electoral votes, being Trump? Or do you think, you know what, I get this feeling that it's going to switch over to the blue? It's a big state, and I think it makes a lot, not all the difference, obviously, but a lot of the difference as to who becomes president. Pennsylvania and Ohio, both. And that's all. That's all he had. Hard to tell. Trump spent a huge effort. I think Trump may pull the upset again. Depends on the mass of Philly votes. Yeah. Yeah, and it's good weather up there, right? It's nice weather up there today. You would generally hope anytime there's an election, if you want less Democratic vote, you want the weather to be crap. How much did Obama win by? I do not have that at my disposal right here. Somebody check the current. Let me check the current weather in Rhode Island. Current weather in Rhode Island. And you know, it's just so supposed to stay cold all day. They've been getting some scattered showers, a little bit of wind, but it's not any snow, so it's not going to make that much difference. Those four votes will definitely go blue. The Middle East hates Obama. Says, I feel Arizona is going to be very tight in 2018. Doug Ducey, but also voted by huge margins to vote in Senator Kirsten Sinema. What's up, Matt? Good morning. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think, and that's the thing. When you look back at the last election, Trump won 306 to 232, and you're thinking, my God, he beat her ass good. Not really. All that has to change is 38 electoral votes swing from one side to the other side. 38, and it's this simple. How about this? What if the president loses Florida and Arizona? That's it. That's it right there. That's 40 right there. He's not going to make up any ground. We were just talking about Nevada. Nevada's 6 votes. The votes the places that he can win or possibly turn over. I don't think he's going to win Minnesota. I don't see that happening. Iowa, I think a lot of folks are thinking Iowa's going to turn blue too. I think he visited the places that he thinks that he can do something with. And that's why I think he's counting on Ohio being the president. Donald Trump has won the second vote on election day, taking 16 out of 21 in Millsville, New Hampshire. Has won the second vote on election day. What does that mean? He's not going to win New Hampshire, though? He's not going to win that state. No, there's no way in hell he's going to win New Hampshire, dude. Is one that I don't know what the second vote means, but he's not going to. He will not win New Hampshire. This is what Trump has got to hope for in the best case scenario for him. He won in Mills. Oh, he won a little town. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought we were talking about the state. He's not going to win the state. This is the best case, I think, scenario for him. If he's going to be reelected, he's got to win Ohio. He's got to win Pennsylvania. He's got to win Florida. And he's got to win Michigan. He's got to win all those states. And North Carolina too. He could lose Arizona. He could lose Iowa. He could lose Wisconsin. And he could lose West Virginia. And that's what, 21. That's going to cut it close. 32 right there. That'd be 32 votes. And like I say, that's cutting it really close, right? But that would put the Electoral College almost in a bind. He would win, but it would be really close. He's got to win the most important state, Delaware. He's not going to win Delaware. He's not going to win Delaware. But those 5 other states that I was telling you about, Michigan, North Carolina, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, was Jeff Kennedy haven't been to Electoral College before. How much is the tuition? You can pay my PayPal anytime. $3 on PayPal. Good morning, Jeff. But who have I got winning? I think we're going to have a new president. That's my opinion. I think right now it's too much of an uphill climb for Trump. $3, what a deal. I don't see him winning all those states he needs to win. Pennsylvania, maybe. Ohio, maybe. Florida, maybe. North Carolina, maybe. But I don't like Michigan right now. I'll tell you right ahead of time. I don't think he wins Michigan. I don't think he wins Arizona. I don't think he wins Wisconsin, Iowa, or West Virginia. And if that's the case, he will not be our president in 4 years for the next 4 years. That's my opinion on it. $3, what a deal! You have got yourself quite the deal there, Jeff Kennedy. What do you guys think? What do you guys think right now? We've got all day. What do we got? 12 hours till we're going to know who our president is going to be. Like I say, do you think Trump will have an increase or decrease in WWE appearances after this election? Well, if he loses, I don't think he goes out of sight anytime soon, if that's what you're thinking. I think once he goes out of office, you may not see him for a month. So if he loses in January 20th, he has to step down. From January 20th to maybe March 1st, you may not see him. He may take himself one hell of a vacation, probably a deserved one. Do you think Biden could survive a 16-foot drop off the top of a Hell in a Cell? No. What do you think? I think Biden landslide tonight or close Trump win tonight into recount. I thought he might take it. See, I've said all along, I think Biden wins the electoral vote. I mean, Biden's going to win the popular vote. I think the electoral vote's going to be close. I think the electoral vote's going to be very close because some of those states that I said, Trump will win. Some of them he may not. If it comes down to a tie, I think we need a WWE match between the two of them. Let the best man win. Matt G, what's going on, my friend? Yeah. And where's everyone from? Give me your state that you're from, because I'm in a state that's generally a blue state, and just spelling contest. Oh my goodness. Washington State, okay. Primarily a blue state. Montana, primarily a red state. Uh, let's see where else we're coming from. Very red. How many electoral votes has Montana got? Montana's got what, 8? I think it's 8. Electoral votes, Montana. 3. They have 3 electoral votes. So 3. Yep. They do. Electoral votes state by state. And yeah, Washington does carry a nice chunk of 12. But they're all blue. They're all blue. Tribs is from Washington. Jeff Kennedy, Montana. A blue lock, pretty much. You are correct. You're correct. Matt G, where are you from? Matt G. Why am I going to say Matt G is from New York? I'm going to say Matt G, you are from New York. Oh, me. I'm from Virginia, guys, and it's been a flip-flop state over the years. Matt's in Arizona, and talking about a flip-flop state. That's one of the states that's going to make a difference in this election. And that's one I'm predicting goes blue this time. I think it will. Where do you get your flannels? Why, you like it? You like it or hate it? Can never live in Arizona, says Huss. I'm from a red state, Missouri. Yeah, you got drip. I think I get these out of a place in Roanoke, Virginia. And look fresh as a fiddle, says Mr. Jeff Kennedy. And if you watch my channel at all, look at this. Everything better on game day. Everything better on game day. I have a gaming channel as well. Not video game. I do board gaming. Baseball, hockey. No, I don't have a hockey game. Baseball, soccer, wrestling, boxing, a little bit of everything. Where's my Big Bang Theory shirt? I did not wear it today. I'll wear it tomorrow to signify our new president or our incoming president, whoever it is that'll be coming in to office. Whichever side wins, okay? Whichever side wins. Yeah, Huss will tell you, I do a lot of board gaming. I play a baseball game called Payoff Pitch Baseball, and then I've got a good boxing game, really good. If Trump loses, throw your MAGA mask away. Oh, why would I throw my mask away? Why would I throw my mask away? But I do have one. He's right. I do have one back in the other room. But unlike a lot of people, Matt G's vote's really going to count today. Matt G's vote will really count. Arizona's getting some rain today, I see. What the heck's up with that? It's always sunny in Arizona. No, not today. Which team are you joining for the Civil War? By the way, he didn't buy it on purpose. Someone gave the mask to him. Yeah, someone gave me the mask. You're right, Huss. You're right. I'm hoping there's not going to be a civil war. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. But I will say this much: we can't defund the police. Why do you think New Hampshire is so blue? New Hampshire is so blue because there's so many Democrats that live in New Hampshire. The whole northeast part of the states is Democratic, dude. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. The West Coast and the East Coast and the Northeast, Then when you get down the south, it turns red. Turns red really quick. Once you get to North Carolina, not generally West Virginia. West Virginia is generally a blue state. Middle America is red. Yeah, but when you say that, you still got a couple of states right in the middle of those. Colorado and what's the other one? Colorado and is it Kansas? And I'm like, what the hell is Kansas doing blue? But they are, because it's just a big, looks like a big rainbow right over top of those three states. New Mexico as well. New Mexico. But yeah. So people out here, what are you thinking is going to happen tonight? Kansas is lame. What are you thinking, guys? Are we going to have a new president? Or are we going to be surprised one way or the other? See, I've told you what I thought. I think Biden wins the popular vote, and then I think the Electoral College is going to be very close. I think there's going to be a couple of brawls out on the town. It could be. Kansas is a red state, but blue governor. Kansas may pick up a blue Senate seat. I think a 50-50 split, rock, paper, scissors to determine the winner. Yeah, the only problem is, would Biden remember what the game is once you start it? That's a bad joke. That's a real bad joke. I know. That's a bad joke. I should not have said it. But yeah, 37 votes. And I'm just, I've got this whole list right here in front of me of 9 states that Trump won last time that are both, they're wibbly wobbly states. Not Virginia. Virginia's not one of them. Now, if by some miracle Trump could win Virginia, which is not going to happen, but if he did, that would be 13 back for the red side, but I don't think it happens. Huss, that would be better than a civil war. Abba Bryan. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. And Abba Bryan, now, are you Kansas or are you Missouri? Because we're talking over here, and we're thinking Kansas may be a blue state. I mean, a red state. Missouri's red state, right? Kansas is blue state. I think that's the way it works. We've put him on. I've put Abba Bryan on the map. I think I got Abba Bryan on the map. G Puck, good morning. Good morning. So, off today for voting, says Puck. Very cool. Both are red states. Okay. I've told people my story today, and I'll tell it one last time. You guys, each one of you, tell us what you think is going to happen, okay? Personally, this is what I think happens. I think Biden wins the popular vote, 53, 54% to 47, 46%, something like that. I think the Electoral College is going to be closer than ever, but I think Biden wins. I think it's going to be very, very close. But I see a Biden victory. I think it's going to be very, very close. People close to me, even family members. I've had one tell me it's going to be a landslide victory for Trump. I just don't see it. I'm looking at numbers in front of me, and I just do not see it. What do you folks think? Think Biden flips North Carolina and Arizona? He wins. And it's going to actually has to flip more than those two to win, though. Arizona's 16. Arizona's 11, and North Carolina's 15. That's 26. He'd have to flip. He would have to flip Wisconsin too, or take Iowa and West Virginia. He would have to do something else in order to win, because he's got to have 30. He's got to have 38 of the electoral votes back. He will get back to blue wall. North Carolina is, and Florida, both to me just kind of astound me, because I can't get my feelings or my grips on things, because if you watch different TV outlets, it's just so far one way, so far the other, so far one way and so far the other. And I don't watch news. You guys know I don't like watching the news, but the last 24 hours I've kind of looked into it. South Carolina, North Carolina should be one state. Think of the electoral votes they'd have. Huss says that. If I, North Carolina, 15 states, yeah. Really, I think if he's going to flip some votes, I think it may be something other than North Carolina. People in North Carolina's mad. People in North Carolina are pissed off, and I'll tell you why. They've been locked down by their governor for 4 months. I mean, when I say that, they tell them, you can go out to eat, but it's like, how do I say it? Virginia's been, please wear a mask. We would like for you to wear a mask. Please wear a mask. North Carolina's been, if you don't wear a mask, your ass is leaving out of here. And they've not been nice. I mean, it may not be the time to be nice to people. Let's understand that. But they laid the law and the hammer on them so hard in North Carolina. I wonder how many of them's going to get pissed by that. Be like, man, I'm so tired of people telling me what to do. Now, I don't know. I can't get in somebody else's mind or head and be like, okay, this is what I think they're thinking. But Virginia has been more, well, please wear a mask. And most people do. Most people do. Holy crap, Trump has just won Brooklyn. Huss is out of his mind. But this is what I think happens. I don't think he actually is going to lose North Carolina. I think Arizona he will lose. I think Arizona is a good one of the ones he is going to lose. The ones I think he could lose, I think he could lose West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Iowa. Those ones that's further out, away from the Midwest, kind of. You start getting further out toward the central part of the country. Iowa, it's only 6, but boy, oh boy, that would be 6 that would be telling. And I'll tell you why. If he did lose West Virginia, Wisconsin, Iowa, Arizona, that would be 21, 32. He would still have to lose one more. It could be Michigan. But why won't Trump win Brooklyn? Tam, how do we say it nicely? He could lose Michigan. He could. Michigan's all that would do it right there, though. Tam, he's just Trump would not win that part of the area. He would not win that area. It's very, very democratic. He just would not win it. And I don't understand. Let me ask a stupid question. Over the last 4 months, hasn't New York City looked almost like a ghost town? Right? And it's been by de Blasio has been running the show. Bill de Blasio, right? I guess, or Cuomo or de Blasio, one of those two. Is that what they want? Is that what they want? I'm just asking. That's a lot quieter, says Puck. Yeah. But is that what New Yorkers are wanting? People are moving out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Is it? I mean, I'm understanding businesses are shutting down. I'm just asking a question. I'm just saying, does it make a lot of sense to be thinking, well, you know, if people move out of here, we're better off? I don't know. I've never even been in New York City, so I cannot speak for New Yorkers. Did you know every year 180,000 people move into Ohio from other states? A lot of people, yeah. Florida's the same way. Let me go cut the heat up just another notch or two, real quick. All righty. I brought my water with me. Trump is so disliked in New York. They're coming out after him once he's out of office. Lawsuits mounting there. Really? Yeah. It's There's no way in the world he wins New York. We know that. Yeah, you're right, Atma Brian. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. GPuck was sending me stuff um, months ago. There are more. How close you see Florida? I think Florida is going to be a close state. I think Florida is going to be a lot closer than most people think. I think Florida and North Carolina both are going to be very, very close right now. Um, the president had different people go down to Florida to talk. And when I say different people of different races and creeds and colors, as well as Pence, he had um, Pence go down as well for him. He did not make his appearances down in Florida as much. Yes, if he flips that state, yes, it is game over. You're right. I was surprised by that. I was surprised he didn't make more appearances down in Florida. But I think he thinks something's up there. I don't know whether he thinks. Uh, he gave me the from what I see of him, it looks like he's very, very confident of winning Florida. But like you say, he better win it. He was he better win that state if he's going to keep it red and stay president. Um, but I've said all along, the 5 states he must win. The 5 states he must win is Ohio, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina, and Michigan. If he wins those 5, he stays in office. And I'm of it thinking if I were betting, I would say Trump wins Florida. If I'm betting, I'm gonna say Trump wins North Carolina. I think he wins that. I think the flip state for me is Pennsylvania. I think Pennsylvania is a state. 2 weeks ago, I would have told you Trump would have had maybe a 40% chance of winning that state. I think he's got like a 48 or 49% chance of winning now due to the fracking comments, due to some of the comments that's been made over the last week and a half. One of my sons got separated from his home keys, went to his association's office to get a copy. Office closed because everyone, the office workers have COVID. Oh, dear Lord. Did you see that video of Obama shooting threes? I did not. You think Biden wins Michigan easily? Well, that's going to be a turnover state. It really will. Uh, that could be a turnover state, Michigan. It really could be. But is there any chance? Is there any chance that the president wins with Minnesota? Can he win Minnesota? That almost takes care of it right there. The don't forget when this situation with Michigan has deep, but he won Michigan the last time around. You don't think Trump will flip any state? I think there's a chance he flips Nevada. I think there's a chance he flips Nevada. The mayor there was just up in arms because we're not allowing anybody to fly. We're not allowing any flights out to go to cities and stuff. And now Vegas is rocking a little bit now. Not a lot, but they got some stuff going on. How do you think Trump has done in the last 4 years? All right, this is personal opinion, guys. If you're easily offended, don't listen. This is my opinion on Trump. I think he's an asshole. I think that's what we need in office is an asshole. I think he's a grumpy man. I think he's a very grumpy man. But financial figures don't lie. And I think the job rate's better. I think he would come down on crime if some of the cities would allow him to come in and bust up some of this shit that's going on. And number 3, we haven't had a war in 4 years. Is it because you say he's not nice? But do we need somebody that's going to smile and just be nice to everybody? I'm not sure. But would he probably be my best friend? Probably not. But is he what we need for the country? Look at the numbers. That's all I'm saying. Approval rate, you've got a lot of people that don't like him just on comments he makes. And he does. He runs his mouth a lot. But actions speak louder than words. Trump better than Bill Clinton. I like Trump better than Clinton. I actually liked Obama. You see, I actually thought Obama did a good job. But I think Clinton's done a good job. I was not big on Bill Clinton. That was just me. But I wasn't big on little Bush Jr. or whatever. I wasn't big on him either. I didn't think he did the greatest job in the world. Old man Bush did a pretty good job. And then you go back in the 80s and then you start talking about Reagan. He took no shit. And pretty strong president. He was a pretty darn strong president. I mean, look at where we're at. I look at it this way. I'm 53 years old. When I graduated high school, I remember Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was he was a 4-year man that was just going to be a 4-year man. He wasn't going any further than that. I remember when I graduated high school in 1985. The first thing they told me I had to do is go register for selective service. Because there's a chance, young man, you could be drafted. And I tell you what, you hear that when you're 18 years old, that gets in your head. Joining the service is one thing. But chances are, if you select a service, you probably end up going to war somewhere, And I don't know how many of you guys remember having to do that. That stuck in my head when I was, 18 years old, that selective service, if they decide they want you, they can, if we get to a draft. And that's what happened to my dad back in the 50s. My dad ended up having to go into service. The lines here are incredible to vote. Packed houses, long lines. We are going to get 150 to 160 million voters. Kudos to Americans. Jimmy Carter was a wonderful post-president. No, not so much when in office. Agreed. I think he's a great man. Oh, yes. I think he is well-spoken. Hell, I think Little Bush is well-spoken. And his wife is just, she's a great lady, I think. I don't think there's very many post-presidents that I look back on now and say, well, man, look at that trash dump. Clinton, I think, does some great things for the. All right, Huss, you're being a smart ass now. You lose that red squeeze, you get it. Clinton has done some good stuff. Clinton has done some good stuff since he's been out of office. So, you know, I just see it this way. I'm just a realist. The Democratic Party needs 38 electoral votes. That's all they need from the last election. And how many is 38? Florida and Arizona. Florida and Arizona. That's all they need. Personally, I think Trump is easily the best president we have had in the last 30 years. The rest are politicians first and foremost. Well said, Keith. When I said something about being an asshole, look, some of the best people I know are. I can be one myself. I'm a very good one. Imagine the self-esteem you'd get from being the first president of the country, like being the first king of England. Yeah. So Keith's in the dirty South, so he doesn't have, Louisiana, that's not going to be a swing state. Louisiana is not going to be a swing state. Biden is for sale. He will sell us out to whoever. Yeah. And the thing of it is, I don't understand how come they can't push the situation with him and his son, and be like, okay, maybe even told the Democratic Party, look, maybe you want to have somebody else out there because your son and you make it locked up. But I don't know. Name the red states that you think won't swing. Or there's a lot of red states that won't swing. South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, they're not going to swing. West Virginia could. West Virginia definitely could. Let's see. 2016 electoral votes, state by state. Not this time. Not this time. No. And would you say swing? Red states you think won't swing? Montana, Idaho, North and South Dakota, and that other big state up there. That other big square. Damn it. I do know my states. Montana, Idaho, what's right above Colorado? No, it's not Wyoming. Montana. Oh yeah, I reckon it is Wyoming. Yeah, I reckon it is Wyoming. Wyoming, Montana. I think the voter turnout, which is going to be strong, will carry Trump over the top, though. Biden has nothing to offer. See, Keith, that's why I totally disagree with you. I think this is just my opinion. I think Republicans are going to show up. They're going to be there. Let it snow a damn foot deep. Republicans are going to be there. Let it rain like a son of a bitch. Republicans are going to be there. But in nice weather, let's say we get a teetotal huge amount of people there. I think it's an advantage for the Democrats. That's just me. We'll see. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And like I say, I'm definitely not talking from the heart at all here when I'm saying this. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen. How about that football game last night, too? I'm switching over to sports here for a quick second. Anybody in here, man, oh, man, wow. A 2-point conversion could have went either way. But I told the wife, I said, they're going to turn that around. And then they did. And boy, that coach, I think the coach of the Giants had a gripe there. I really do. Man, oh man. Tom and company, they got tested. They got tested. So it was a very good game. Very good game. And much better than Eagles Cowboys. You're right. Yeah. So yeah. So who all's with us right now? And where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? And have you voted yet? See, I haven't even voted yet. Me and the wife, we're going to vote in a little while. We will. I agree, Puck. I think the more the voters are out there, the bigger turnout definitely favors the Democrats. I agree. I think so. And I've said all along, I think Biden wins the popular vote by 53, 54 to 47, 46%. I think he wins that pretty easily. Voting Peyton Manning. Democrats are lazy voters, never come out, but these numbers are good. Well, a lot of times they're known that if it's fair weather, they'll go out and do their voting. But if it's cold, and I don't know why. I don't know why that is the case, but it's been proven that if it's snowing, they're just not. They'll just say the hell with it. Just no. Isn't Kane a WWE a mayor in Kentucky or something? Tennessee. Yeah. Biden offers nothing but corruption. I just stopped in for a minute to stir everyone's emotions. That's very cool too. Although that was my honest take, I have to get to work though. A lot to do. Keith, we appreciate it, bud. Hey, I want a straight take from everybody. I'm here from Massachusetts, totally blue here. I'm going to vote later. Yeah, it's totally blue here too. Tennessee will stay red. You're correct, Huss. Tennessee will stay red. Totally blue here in Virginia too, and Tennessee and Kentucky both will stay red. Yeah, they might. The fear of God has not reached the Smoky Mountains yet, as far as what could happen, I guess, if it turned into a blue state. Correct, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But Puck is right. Massachusetts totally a blue state. He'll cast his vote in a little bit. Keith White, I would say he's probably not voted yet either. So he's just getting ready to go out to work. A nice take by Keith. I appreciate it. Yeah, people from Kentucky are wannabe Texans. Boy, oh boy. Atma Bryan, you still around here? Atma Bryan, shout out to you. Tell us what you got as far as a new baseball game coming up, too, if you do. I'm a registered independent voter. Voted both parties in the past. The lack of a plan, no vision, no health care policy, just super spreader rallies. Awful campaign for him. G Puck is an independent. He's voted both ways. Very cool. Very cool. Atma Bryan, you still around here, bruh? He may still be here. Voted about 90 minutes ago. Keith has already voted, folks. He said he was only a mile and a half away from his voting booth. So he could have got there. He could have got there at 7 o'clock. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Go out and vote, guys. Rob, do you sing the national anthem to yourself every morning? No, I sing the Canadian national anthem in case I ever have to jump ship. I have to prepare for that because if they hold you at gunpoint, you have to be able to sing that. They let me vote 44 times, says Keith, and that's very cool. But let's hope you didn't go. Let's hope you didn't pull some stupid shit and vote 22 times, but 2 different ways. I'm going to try to sing the Spanish national anthem. Yes, if you watch my video, you can learn the Spanish national anthem in its entirety. Yes. I'm a registered Spanish teacher now. Yes. Spanish national anthem doesn't have any words. Right. It goes la 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 la. German national anthem has no words too. I took Biden off the ballots. Oh, Keith wiped their names off the ballot. I don't know how well Puck's gonna like that. But Puck's not in your state, so it's not going to affect anything. And probably Keith, let me tell you right now, in your state, the Biden situation is really not a big deal. It's pretty much vote for Peyton Manning, everyone. It's your local elections there. Local elections is what's going to really that could have a big part in what our new president, whoever our new president is, if some seats get changed one way or the other. They definitely could. It definitely could happen. But Rob, I want to thank you for talking politics on this historic day and moderating your forum. Just vote, people. Just vote. Yeah, Puck. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah. And I want to hear everybody's side. Why not, right? All right, man. Cool deal, Keith. Cool deal, Puck. Huss. And we'll be on sometime tonight, too, to probably let you know who our new president, if we're going to have a new president, will be. Who our president come January 21st will be. So how about that? A little over, 11 weeks away. That's crazy. 11 weeks away. Yeah. Yes, do a final election stream. Yeah, tonight, I think we'll know our winner tonight. CNN, CNBC, Fox, they're all saying they don't think we'll know anything until Thursday. Crap. I'm calling BS on that. We will know because these states on the eastern seaboard, that's the election, folks. Yeah, we've said Arizona makes a difference. Sure, they do. But if something doesn't come along with Arizona, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And, it's all a matter if Trump can hold 9 states. And I just don't see it happening. But, hey, Keith, you heard what Keith said. Keith, how did Keith put it? He thinks he didn't say it's going to be a romp. I think the voter turnout, which is going to be strong, will carry Trump over the top, though. Biden has nothing to offer. That was his words. So, I think Puck and I are on opposite sides of the aisle, but we're still teammates in YRL. Yeah, I think maybe so. How many think we will know tonight or tomorrow? I'll say we will know tonight or early after. I think by 11 o'clock tonight, we know who our president will be. I agree totally with that, Puck. I agree with that. Because Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Florida, and North Carolina, those 5, if they swing one way or the other, or if they stay, it pretty much tells us what's happening. Trump's best shot to win is if we don't know tonight or tomorrow. I don't necessarily agree with that one, Puck. It's all a matter of if he whoever carries those states, whether it's today or whether it's blue or red. I think there's a good chance he could stay in office, or a chance. I'm not going to say a good chance, but he could stay in office and win those states tonight. Personally, I've said all along, I don't think he wins all those states. Yeah. So that's my opinion. I just don't think he will. I think he wins North Carolina. I think he wins Florida. I think he wins both of those states. Arizona, that's a trip up the state. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan. And then all he's got to lose is a couple of those states, and that's it. But what were we saying 4 years ago? 4 years ago, does anybody remember watching the television that night? And I told my wife, I said, look, this is going to be a blowout. Hillary may get 375 electoral votes. And then all of a sudden, they start showing stuff on TV. I'm like, what? What? But the shine is off now. It's 4 years later. This is 4 years later. He's not taking anybody by storm, or he's not taking anybody by surprise this time. That's why I say, if Trump loses, does he concede? Depends on how much he loses by. I think both sides, it depends on how much he loses by. I think, like I say, I think he's not going to get the popular vote this time. I just don't think he will. What's up, Phantomatic? If I'm guessing, I'll say 53.7% goes for Biden and 46.3% goes for Trump. But having said that, I think it's going to be a lot closer as far as the electoral votes this time. I think it's going to be really close. Like I say, 2 or 3 flip states, and we'll have a new president. No flip states, or just a couple here or there, and we will have the same sitting president. So it could be very, very interesting. 8, 9 o'clock tonight. What I think would make it the most interesting, let's say if Pennsylvania stays red, and let's say Florida stays red, and North Carolina stays red, then it's still not near over, because then you got to be watching for Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, West Virginia, and Arizona. So it's not over. We'll know if we're going to have a new president early. I think we'll know that real early. If Pennsylvania goes blue, chances are we have ourselves a new president. We'll see. I am sorry, but whoever votes against Trump is not seeing what is really going on. Harris will become president at some point, and she already has Marxist ideas. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comments, Phantomatic. Appreciate your comments, bro. Yeah, I'm not even doing moderating here. I'm just telling people exactly what I see here, okay? And after we have a new president, I will even tell people how I voted. I don't mind. Ortiz will become president. Ortiz. Ocasio-Cortez. Yeah, we got 9 states are really on the flip-flop edge. Rhode Island is getting some bad weather this morning. We've had nobody from Rhode Island come in here. It's been raining, a little bit of sleet going on up there. That, look up who AOC. Oh, we know about AOC. We haven't seen Captain Carl lately, and I haven't seen Ken Castro today. Both of those guys in Rhode Island. And that was a Clinton carried state, but only 54% last time. So if people don't come out in that state, that could be 4 electoral votes to go the other way. If the weather stays as bad as it is right now, it looks like sleeting up there. Looks like it may be getting some really cold rain and sleet. If Sean was old enough, he'd definitely vote for Kanye. Yeah. Yes. Only if he allowed him in one of his videos. Yeah, Sean, that's the only way Sean would vote. Otherwise, he would just say, I want to abstain, because he thinks that's a funny word. Because it sounds enough like butt stain. Yeah. Sean sees this one. Sean will watch this one though because it said something about um, what did I even call this one? Um, I didn't forget what I even named this video, but it was something about voting and stuff. So he won't watch this. I'm independent voting Biden. America needs to heal Trump's rhetoric and lies too much. Rhode Island is so blue too. Rhode Island is normally blue. I'm still searching for the video you fell asleep on. Huss, that is a great thing for you to be doing. Watch all my videos twice, and I'll get some good credit from YouTube. Will appreciate it. Yeah. So we will see what ends up happening here today. We really will. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting as to what's going to happen. In fact, is it cold in Virginia? You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Biden will not be president long if he gets elected. Phantomatic getting upset now. Let's see. I'll check the temperature out. Current temperature in Virginia 49. It feels like 45. 49 feels like 45. I got you. I got you, Phantomatic. I got you, bro. Yeah. Exactly. Expect, and that's the thing. That's what we got to realize, guys. And look, let's all breathe 3 times and answer this one. How about that? If Trump were to win tonight, will people take to the streets and start burning stuff? If Biden were to win tonight, will people take to the streets and start burning stuff? That's a fair question, guys. That's a fair question because we know what's going on. We know what's going on all over the country. But I'm just saying, why? Regardless of what some think, COVID-19 is still at front of election. Trump totally mishandled this. I don't think the riots will be as bad as a police brutality riots. Trump wins, there will be riots. I am not sure what happens if Biden wins. Puck, there may be some riots, but nowhere near as bad as the George Floyd riots, says Huss. Hey, you see, there's going to be outbreaks both ways, Puck says. We'll see. We'll see. And I kind of agree with Puck on one thing about the way the president handled the situation. But I don't know. I mean, yeah, we could have locked down all 50 states. We could have locked all 50 states down. The Floyd riots were crazy all over the country. Nobody can stop the virus. Oh, it's spread. Stop blaming Trump. You have no idea how it would have been handled if Democrats were in charge. The one thing I take offense to is this. Trump brought the disease to the country. He got it. He caught it. He caught COVID. Now, I realize Puck works and works firsthand in healthcare, but I don't know when you got 375 million people in the country. Yeah, and he eventually did close the borders. He followed guidelines from experts. No matter what he did or didn't do, would have been bashed. Yeah, each individual state had the option of going with what Trump said. Is it 330 million? Okay, 330 million people then. And that's the thing. Each individual state's doing their own thing. We've been free to go where we want to. I'm going to tell you right now. We've been free. We've went to North Carolina. She's went to Pennsylvania. And when she came back, she didn't. What do you call it for 14 days, 10 days, 5 days? She did not quarantine when she came back. I do know if you go to the state of New York, you have to quarantine for 3 to 5 days. Get straight up. That's just the way it works. Every state is different. I think every state is different, and you got to judge. 60 million people got no mask or shutdowns. Yeah, what's up, Double D? What's going on? So it's hard to judge things according. I think it is from COVID. I haven't had COVID. As far as I know, I haven't had COVID, so I can't say. But I do know, and I'll say this firsthand. I know the people in North Carolina were pissed because they were locked down. And they were like, if you leave the state and stuff, you're going to come back and get quarantined. So that was one thing. I know their governor and their mayors and stuff put that out there. You're not going any place without a mask. If we catch you without one, you're going to get ticketed. And I think it was $100 fine. It still is, I think, in North Carolina. Where in Virginia, we can drive. And don't get me wrong. Is it wrong? I'm not saying it's wrong to do that, okay? But what I'm saying is when you telling people this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this is everything you got to do, right? People are going to fight back after a while. Maybe they shouldn't. I'm not going to say they shouldn't. But you will wear a mask. You will wear a mask in your car. You won't smoke in your car. You won't do this in your car. You won't do this in your car. You won't. People after a while bump back. That's just the way it works. That's just life, guys. People are going to fight back after a while. And I know I've got friends down in North Carolina, and they did not like being told that if I get in my car, I got to have a mask on or I could get in trouble. I just know that. I'm not calling somebody right or somebody wrong, but these same people that have been told you got to do this, 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 and this are going to the election booths today. That's all I can say. My point, a real leader don't point the finger at local politicians to decide this. Trump needed to be, but deflects everything, the no blame president. It should just be in stores or public places, not private places like in your own car, says Huss. See, the president could have stepped over his bounds if he wanted to and went to Portland, went to Seattle. He's trusting these people to take care of all of this garbage that's going on in the streets. Now, in order to be able to go to these places, he'd have to go to the Senate or to the Judicial Committee, I think, and have to override their governors, that's a very tough thing to do. But all I know is this: when all this stuff broke out in Philly, all he did is he got in touch with the mayor of Philadelphia and said, "Look, if you need us, we'll send in the National Guard. We will do that." And I have yet to hear any National Guard be called in Philadelphia, Portland, Seattle. And then the dumbest quote I've heard of all was this. I'm not even going to say who said it, but this is what one person said. we need to defund the police. And then the next sentence was this: well, we really need to train our officers better. Do you understand that defunding the police means we're not going to pay officers to be trained? That was the stupidest statement I've seen made. Um, my point, it should see, that's his base, Rob. It's sad. State rights leave federal government out if possible. Yes, they tried to. The bottom line is the Democratic Party has been taken over by these Marxist leftists. Is that what you want in charge? National Guard barely did anything to places they came. Trump 2020. Hey, man, I'll tell you what, we have a lot of folks that we got a lot of folks with a lot of different views in here. Methadine, welcome to chat. Please join. Hey, this is not normal Rob, guys. Normally they'll tell you Huss, Phantomatic, Double D, Puck, all these guys, Tam. Tell them what I've normally got going on in chat. Normally we got down home chat. We sit back, see what's going on with the day, and then I'll do some board gaming, baseball, golf, boxing, wrestling, different things. So definitely join the channel. Fan is voting for Trump. Puck is voting for Democrats. Meanwhile, I'm going for Peyton Manning. So Huss is trying to make this a difficult election. Huss is trying to make it as difficult as possible. Oh my goodness. Biden will send most manufacturing back to China. He and the others are in bed with China. I love the comments, though, guys. I do. Because guess what? At the end of the night, we're all going to have one president, whether we like him or whether we don't like him. We're all going to have one president at the end of the night. So, hey, I'm just here just trying to let you guys know what it's going to take for one side or the other side to win. And that's pretty much what I've been doing here. We talked to somebody a little while ago from Pennsylvania, and he actually says he thinks it's going to lean Trump's way. We'll see. We should knight people like the UK does. Sir Peyton Manning. What's up with you and Peyton Manning, Huss? One thing I can say, no matter what your side, your own American, your own American will speak and decide. Yep. Got that right, Phantomatic. Yeah, we have got some views in here. That's for sure. I think he's funny in commercials. Oh, okay. Huss is bringing the comedy to the channel today. Which, hey, that's fine. That is fine, guys. You know, that is fine with me. Comic relief. Like I say, I've talked to at least 10 different people, and I've gotten 10 different things. I think this is going to be a landslide. I think it's going to be, this and this and this. I know which way I'm going to vote. Tomorrow, I will disclose my vote to you guys. I will tell you guys how I voted. But right now, I've got numbers right here in front of me. Okay, I've got numbers in front of me, and they don't lie to me. And I do know Biden wins if he gets some of these states back to blue. And Patriots need Manning right now. Right now, but that was a bad thing. By the time he retired, he didn't have an arm left. Remember when he left Denver? So, have you ever donated blood, Rob? I have before, but I'm not today. Huss doing a great job moderating in here. Huss is doing a great job. Huss, my mom wants me to donate blood. How old are you, Huss? How old are you? 22. It wouldn't be. And are you in good health? If you're in good health, definitely do it. I used to do it until I was probably 25. If Harris wins, we are done. The selection is only temporarily about Biden, as I said earlier. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You've never given blood before, Huss? Huss has left the comedic effect now because he's scared he may have to give blood. The needle is only this long. It only sticks through one arm and goes to the other. I don't like the needles in the arm stuff. Oh, they're not that big. They're really not that big. Not over a couple feet long. Yeah. You can always practice on yourself. No, that ain't even a joke there. That's wrong. No, that's not even funny to even say that. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. But I rather they take blood from my legs. My arms are too sensitive. I don't think you can go take it from your legs, dude. Your leg blood like sucks or something. I don't know. Your leg blood's like your fat blood. Like, remember, how many hamburgers have you eaten in the last week? How many hamburgers have you eaten in the last 2 weeks, month? Well, look, what kind of fatty foods do you eat? Ice cream? Do you go to a Chinese restaurant and eat all that fat food? America is ready for a woman president in 20th century. Actually, 21st century. I eat curry and Chinese. Well, Huss, that's bad for you because all that Chinese food goes down to your legs because it's heavy. Okay, and that turns into heavy blood, right? So if they end up taking your leg blood, it's like Chinese curry blood. Where if they take it out of your arm, it's a light blood. It's like they take the blood from my ass cheeks. They are not taking the blood from your ass cheeks. I can promise you that. Oh my word. It's funny. It's funny. Take blood from my ass cheeks. Oh my word. Annual enrollment period. Change your Medicare. Take blood from my ass cheeks. Huss is crazy. Huss is nuts. Should blue states can turn red? I mean, what blue states could turn red? Probably none. But if there are going to be any, Nevada, Minnesota, both could turn red. There's a possibility. New Mexico, slight possibility, a lot less chance. Nevada is the most likely if one's going to turn that way, just due to the fact the president and the mayor of Vegas ended up getting on a wavelength back a few months ago when they kind of opened the city back up for people to go into the city. It's still 30% populated where it's normally 100%. But they're getting income there. They're getting money. They're not going totally broke. I don't know how much pull or push Vegas has in the whole election. Double D, yeah, California. Not quite, right? Not quite. But they could turn. I'm not sure it will, but I wouldn't be totally surprised if it went red. But do you know how many electoral votes they have in how many electoral votes there are in Nevada? It's not going to turn the election around that much. It's really not. It's only 6. It's only 6. Northern California is more conservative than Southern California. only by a little, and that's 55. I mean that's a lot there. California, they're going to get there. You know, they're going to get that 80 at the end of the night. They're going to get, um, or at least 70. Oregon, Washington, Oregon, Washington, California, and Hawaii. They're going to get those 4 states. Um, it's just a matter if they can get Nevada or not tonight. I don't know. Huss and Sean need to go on a comedy tour together. They like to fight too much. Yeah. um, yeah. Minnesota's one that kind of interests me though, because he didn't really make, and he being the president, really didn't make a big push there, but neither did Biden. Biden didn't make any big pushes in Minnesota. I think both of them kind of realized it could stay the same, but if it does swing into a red state, that's 10 big time electoral votes that would go over to the red side. I've got my day off college. That's why I'm on here. Are they voting as a precinct at your college? Is that why they're doing that today? Our school closed because it's the town's polling station. Yeah, it's a lot of places like that too, Puck. Yeah, yeah. Our polling station is just up the street here. It really is. It's just up the street, and yeah, it's very very laid back. Very laid back. You can go in there. They'll have a cup of coffee for you. Uh, you may put a quarter down on the table or whatever, but they'll have a little sticker they'll put on you as soon as you come out of the booth, and they'll hug you. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting. That's the way they are here. Our school closed because okay, yeah, but that's just the way it is. Thank you so much for voting. Thank you so much for voting. And the majority of the people that are outside trying to get your votes, people we know personally. We may agree or disagree with them. We'll go up to them, walk up to them, and hug them, and say, "Hey, how you doing?" That's just the way it works here. I'm going to vote now. Double D says, "See you later." All right, very good job, Double D. Yes, shout out Double D, man. Come on. Has Sean got a squeaky voice, Rob? Yes, very squeaky. He sounds like a. Can I do that? A little bit like that. All right. Not too bad. Not too much, Huss. No. Shout out to Double D, though. Everybody's going out to vote. Yes. You get your shout outs today. And when me and the wife go, I hope we get a shout out. Yeah. So, yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And right here, I've actually come up with different numbers than I had earlier. It says actually right here, Trump got 304 electoral votes to 227. If that's the case, that makes a little bit of difference. 227. All right. All right. Yeah. Maine is a weird state. They carry 4 electoral votes, but you can go, they split them up. They split them up in Maine. It's weird. I mean, check it out. That's the way it went. That northern part, and the northern part was all Republican, and then down the south, the blue is all Democrat. That's wild. Yeah. Electoral votes ended up being 3-1 for the Democrats there. Yeah. But the voting was very, very close. 47% Clinton, 45%, well, 48 and 45 Clinton over Trump. That was last election. That was last election. My prediction early returns. Trump jumps out to a lead, but blue waves come twice. And when it's over, the Biden wins by same electoral score as Trump did in 2016. After all, it's 2020. Could happen. That state was Maine, Huss. I think I don't think Trump's going to lose all those states. He's going to lose some of them. I don't think he's. I think he's going to have more than 227 electoral votes. I think he has more than that by the end of the night. We'll see. I know he's not. He's not. Some of the news networks are saying he's not going to get even 200. I think he does, but I just don't think he gets 270. I think it's a big ask. I think it's a huge ask. I don't think it happens. We'll see what happens though. But I don't think I don't think it will happen. Just about 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, 9:57 right now. We've been with you about almost 2 hours. And who all's voted? We've got 7 people in here right now. Who all's voted so far? I have not. I have yet to vote. When I have, I will have my little thing on my shirt that says I voted. I may even get a sticker for my hat. I don't know how that works. Huss says he has not voted yet. Puck, Double D said he's going to vote now. That's right. Let's see who else. Phantomatic was wide open this morning. Phantomatic and Puck both very, very strong. I can go to college to vote, but man, I'm comfy in bed right now. So, are you going to vote, Huss? Will you vote today? See, there's a lot of folks that won't vote because they're just like, meh, I don't feel like voting. Yeah, Maine has a second district. That's right. Yeah. And it's weird the way they do it. Yeah, it is. It's weird the way they do it. They don't split. Huss says, I don't know whether I'm going to vote or not. Yeah, we will go in a little while. Like I say, our vote counts as far as overall who voted for who, but as far as red and blue, it really doesn't. Doesn't your credit go down if you don't vote? I don't think so, Huss. I've never heard that. I don't think so. If it does, that's something I did not know. That is something I did not know if that's the truth. It does in the UK. Wow. Oh wow, man. No, it don't affect you that much over here. But I've been voting the last few years, so I will vote. I will vote today. So it makes more people vote. Well, I'm sure it does I'm sure it does if you making your credit go down if it doesn't. Um, so should I give everybody a all right. I'm gonna tell you folks how I think the election finishes. Well, which way I think it goes. Um, I think Biden will pick up Arizona. That's 11 votes. So that's 227 plus 11. So it'll be 238. I think Biden will pick up 6 from Iowa. That's 244. I think Biden will also get Wisconsin. 254. I think Biden will win West Virginia. That's 5 more. That's 259. And I think Biden will win Pennsylvania, and that makes it 279. So 20 and 5, 35, 41, 52. So let's take 52 off of 304 to 252 to 279. That's the way I think it's going to end. 279 to 252. Would that be right? 11, 17, 27, 47, 52. I guess that's right. What did he say about Pennsylvania? And the way I understand it, Pennsylvania's lines are terrible, very bad. That's not a good sign for Trump. That's not a good sign for Trump. Yeah, it's not a good sign for Trump at all, guys. I think he loses Pennsylvania. I think he may win Ohio. I think he may win Florida. I think he may win North Carolina, and I even think he may win Michigan. But I think those other 5 states that I previously said, um, if he Pennsylvania is going to be the deciding state. I think if he wins Pennsylvania, he wins the election. If he loses Pennsylvania, I think he's going to win it. I mean, the other way around. If he wins Pennsylvania, whoever wins that probably wins the election. That's what I think. Where are we at on power on this bad boy here? I've only got 19% remaining, so that's a good reason why it's giving out of gas on me here. Yeah, I'll be back around. We're going to be back around. All 6 of you folks that are in here right now, make sure you come back too. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote, whichever way you vote. Like I say, this is my final tally. Biden 279 and Trump 250. 252. Yeah, 252. So I think it's going to be somewhere around that area. But like I say, I think the popular vote goes more for Biden than that. But we'll see. We'll see. It could be very, very, very. It could be closer to that. And could there be a landslide? Sure, there could. I just don't think there will be. I've heard landslide victory Trump, landslide victory Biden. I do know this. It won't happen both ways. I can promise you both will not win. So somebody there is wrong. I do know that much. We'll see what happens. Let's just hope God is watching over us all. And, let's just hope that the next 4 years we can all be safe and happy and be able to do what we elect to do and want to do, and that's the main thing. We don't have to like who we got in as our president, but we do have to, uh, kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? So let's at least hope that things go the way of positive, whichever way. Okay. You all have a great day. I'm gonna go plug my computer in. I think me and my wife are gonna go vote right after that, and then we may come back after that. And then tonight, I think I may try to have a sports game on tonight. I've been thinking about things. Maybe we should have some sports or something going on tonight, and then kind of get a little mix of what we hear from, as far as politics. That might be a good thing, just to kind of um, have that game going on, have the game aspect of going on, and then if we want to add something to it, we can. If we don't have to. But everybody, main thing, just everybody be respectful of everybody else. That's the main thing. You all have a great day. God bless. Thanks for coming by the channel, and I'm hoping, let's just hope everything goes safely and smoothly. Have a good one, guys. Bye.